V2 broadcasting from Dola. How you doing, V2? V2.
Camster.
I feel like I just lost you somewhere.
No, I'm here. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I missed you.
I missed you more, eh? It's good to be back.
Yeah, good to be back. We're gonna have an amazing show like always.
As usual, we deliver.
Yeah, and our guest is very much in the building.
Very excited for
we'll
our
be talking
guest.
to him in a few minutes. Music of Critic playing in the background. It's a brand new song titled Man of Color off his brand new album with rock beats. It just dropped a few days ago. Then before that one we had music of Rough Kid. Very special gentleman there, Mr. Rough Kid.
They very much talked about Rough Kid on social media the past week and the other week.
Rough Kid is in the news all the time. Matter of fact, it's in the news right now.
Give us.
You Zambians don't seem to love this gentleman. He's complaining.
How he's complaining. We are not giving him the flowers that he deserves. That's what he thinks.
He wants the love. He can't feel the love.
That's the reason.
Hey, imagine.
What type of hatred is this, Zambian people?
V2, maybe it's you and the people on the Copper Belt.
The love we give here. You should ask our guest. He knows what I'm talking about.
Maybe the problem is you only give yourselves the love. You don't give others the love.
Oh, no. You are my biggest problem. But for another day, conversation for another day.
Yeah, so Rough Kid announced that officially he just said he's leaving Zambia, going to Malawi because there's no love in Zambia. A week later, he announces to say he's back in XYZ, except this time he'll be representing it from Malawi.
Yeah.
And he's calling himself the biggest artist in Malawi, joining the biggest artist in Zambia, Slap D. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
When I saw that, I was just like, back in XYZ, but working from Malawi? And I don't know. The math is not mathing, you know?
It's crazy.
I mean, I'm happy for him. Of course, I'm happy and excited for him to, advance or even just upgrade his, like next level music, journey by going to Malawi, which is fine. It's okay, but don't go there. You're running away because you're saying Zambians hate your music or we hate you. You're running.
A lot of people have been complaining about support and whatnot, but even the likes of J-Rocks once said he wants to leave Zambia and relocate to Kenya because he doesn't get the much needed support in Zambia. And he actually screenshot something on his Facebook statistics. It showed that his music is mostly played in Tanzania, Kenya, more than in Zambia, and he's a Zambian artist. So what's up with that? I don't know what's going on in Zambia.
I mean, if J-Rocks has that, like if he put out a screenshot, maybe that's what Rough Kid needs to do as well. Maybe he also needs to put out a screenshot to show some sort of evidence that okay, we're not actually supporting his music. Because it's just hearsay.
It's with the J-Rock situation, it's not hearsay because he actually posted a screenshot on social media and we saw it for ourselves.
Yeah, and that's what we need for Rough Kid as well.
You know what I mean?
Maybe he needs to show us something.
Anyway, let's see how it goes.
Well, he's back in XYZ, so let's just see how that's gonna go.
All right, so let's get into a song that's going to introduce our guest for the day. We have the Kopala pastor in the building, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be talking to him in a bit, right after this song. Music of the Kopala pastor. This beat right here is the most used beat in the whole world. It is, and it's a very sweet beat, if you know what I mean.
It is, man.
Because right now I feel like rapping on it myself.
I don't doubt you, because, man, I've seen you write rhymes like within 10 minutes. I told Chef that about you before you got signed to Kopala Swag the first time.
Or like, before we actually met.
Yeah, because so I was telling Chef, said, this guy, we need him on our team. Really? Like, hey, Kamsta is a massive writer. He's a beast. I've been with him in the studio. This guy can write. Like, he could write 3 songs within an hour, and it wouldn't be a big. So he came back, I think, after 2 years. He was like, bro, you are right. You're right. Kamsta is a beast, man. He's a writer.
One of those things.
So I don't doubt you.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of God did freestyles that have been put out.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites, by the way.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
There's this one, and I like the NBS Maki 2 cover as well as Aquala Skins. And I hear there's actually more rappers that are gonna do freestyles on this beat.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if Critic does something on this.
Oh, awesome! I'm looking forward to that.
On that beat.
Critic
also jump on it.
Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to Critics. I love the verse on Market 2. It was frank. You know, I think I'm touched by real stories.
And that's what it should be.
I think my music is equally a part of what I do. One of the things I do is that I sing real life things I go through. What I spit on this freestyle was my life. There is a time, bro, I had to be begging for features from some artists, man. That's what I sang about. And now I don't. I just live it. If somebody who is interested in work, I work. If they are not, I'm not in a hurry. I'm like, oh, you can hang, man. Now or never. The song that I wanted to do, I wanted to feature some artists to sing for me. And then they were mentioning some funny prices. I was like, yo, much respect to your artistry. But I'm the king, man. I'm going to do what I can do whilst I'm here.
Yeah. And it's good that you even understand and know your worth. I think that's what I'm seeing and observing.
Exactly, Vito. We can't constantly be begging people.
And you know your talent.
And you know where I am, Kamsta?
Yeah.
Right now, where I am, I do not care what they say. They told me 3 years ago to say you cannot blow with hardcore hip-hop because it's phased out. Every rapper is singing. I told them I was going to do it. Where am I? I'm booked every week because of the hardcore hip-hop.
That's what's up, man.
Hey, you better get that money.
Right there for some inspiration for the rappers out there listening.
Bro.
Here's an example of what God did.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like just like the song that's playing in the background is saying. You know, I'm happy that you're booked. I'm happy that you're one of the rappers that are really making it out there.
Yeah, and I'm also happy that you followed your instinct. You followed your voice. You didn't follow what they said. Like, some you just stop. But you actually went on from 3 years ago, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have a plan, and you have to execute your plan, and you have to believe in yourself.
Exactly.
Your confidence levels have to be at an all-time high all the time. That's the only way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
You know, it's easier for you to believe that I'm holding a phone in my hands because you can see it.
That's true.
And if that's how vivid you can see your vision, it's impossible for somebody to come and tell you otherwise. So that's where I've been. I've been at a place where I have seen literally where I'm going. It's so clear. And I'm like, okay, you know what? When somebody comes and tells me you can't do this, you can't do that, I'm like, you have no idea what I've seen. I have seen it. It's there. So most rappers in this country, we've been victims of victimization. We've been victims of being looked down upon. Say
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Right.
But I just said, to hell with that kind of attitude. We have to stand and do what we. Hip hop is about a voice. That's what hip hop is about. The birth of hip hop was to speak out what people felt, what people had hidden on in their hearts for a long time. That's why even the gospel that I sing in my hip hop, it's not the gospel that they preach in churches. It's the gospel that I preach according to me. Bro, when you get to the Bible, you never find a book of God. All the books are books of men, which means God speaks through people.
Right.
So you find the book of Corinthians, it's written the gospel the book of Luke. It's written the gospel of Luke, the gospel according to Luke. So I preach the gospel according to the Kopala pastor.
Interesting.
Yeah,
interesting. I don't know if you read the article that I put on my Facebook page a few days ago.
Yeah, I read it last night.
I was basically talking about the same thing that you're from talking about now, about how much hip hop in Zambia has been looked down upon for the longest time, and this is why I feel we're having people like Rough Kid these complain. I had CFP over a few weeks ago on the show, and he as well was complaining about the support and whatnot. It's more of, if you appreciate it out there, then back home they'll jump on your bandwagon. I gave an example of Sampa. Sampa has been around for over 6 years.
Oh yes.
She's been rapping, dropping music in Zambia. But she only got recognized after the international achievements. When they saw her perform with Burna Boy on the same stage with Kendrick Lamar, Zambians said, yes, that's our star.
Can I be very controversial there, bro?
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
I don't actually believe in support. Why I don't believe in support is every person that listens to your music begins to support you because it's also beneficial for them.
Right.
Yeah.
So even when you talk about Sampa could be the greatest right now.
Yeah.
Walk on the streets and ask any person to say, recite 4 lines from Sampa the Great. They'll never tell you that. They do not know any song. So what they are supporting is the name. And the reason why Sampa has gotten the floodlight on her, it's because she had one of the biggest hip-hop artists in this country. So the light that she's getting, if she got it, let me tell you about what's
I think I see where you're going with
I don't know if
this.
it's Elder Sixter or what's that, Dambisa Moyo or something like that. You don't even know her, maybe, probably, but she's one of the most successful economists who are based in the States, but she's Zambian. Do you know why people don't give a flip about her? It's because what she does not benefit Zambians.
True.
The moment, so right now what people are celebrating is the fact that a Zambian has been put in Wakanda.
Yes.
Not that her music has gotten her there because we supported it. No. So what I believe is that every market you have, bro, has got what you can sell them. There is a reason why a marketeer doesn't bring tomatoes in your office. Because they know if you want to get tomatoes, you have to go to the market.
So basically what you're saying is Zambians do not really like Sampa's music. They
don't.
No.
They only
don't.
like the fact that
They like the fact that she's successful, and they acknowledge that, but they don't know any of her music.
Okay.
we had to clarify on that point.
Yeah, bro. So what I'm saying is, for us rappers, it's our responsibility to be able to study our culture and see what music works for this market.
Country.
So when I've seen people like Tommy D, one of the greatest people I respect personally, and that guy, I have so much respect for Tommy D. Why? I met that guy when he was at the peak of his career, and I've never met somebody so real, down to earth, when he was still ticking. That's hip hop, bro. That's hip hop.
Nice.
Hip hop artists, we are not moved by material things. How many women you can sleep with. We are moved by the culture.
Yeah.
If you understand the hip hop culture, it's about love.
Yeah.
Hip hop love is about being real. It's about calling it out the way it is.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that Tommy D is one of the realest. We might not be celebrating her currently, but he's one of the greatest. One of the dopest rappers we've ever had in this country.
Yes.
And then if Tommy D could make it with Nyanja, and then Slap D could copy the style, advance it, and he could equally make so much money with the same brand, it means you and I, bro, we can do the same. I rap in English most of the time now than I used to. I did a verse on KB's verse.
Diary.
Yeah. And most of my rap was in English and people didn't know. Do you know why? Because I didn't rap like an American. I rapped in English like a Zambian.
Right.
To the point where people couldn't even differentiate whether I was speaking Vernac or I was rapping in English. I feel what Zambians are against is when we try to sound like Americans whilst we are here.
Okay.
Because most of the rappers who've done that.
Are we talking about the accent, or we're talking about the subject matter? What is it? Is it the accent or subject matter?
Do you know also one of the reasons Sampa is not respected much here? It's not because she's not a dope lyricist.
Yeah.
It's because people do not know her struggles. In Zambia, people respect you when they've seen you struggle, they've seen you rise, they've seen you flop, and when you are on top there, bro, they will give you juice and say, that guy, we've seen him suffer. Nobody knows about where Sampa the Great came from. Even when she's trying to tell us to say, hey, man, I've been in Zambia, I've been doing this, people can't pinpoint.
Right.
Where did we see her?
Okay.
So what I'm trying to tell you is that everything that comes like it was just so easy to come by, and then it sounds like it's foreign to Zambians, they always repel it like we do not know this.
Okay.
But when Zambians feel like, we've seen him flop songs, we've seen him make hits, and then he's coming now, he's coming back. I am one example, bro. How many times have I rebranded? Many times.
1,000 times. I've known
1,000 times, bro.
I've known you for over 15 years.
Exactly. But why are people supporting me today? It's because they know this guy is a real G. This guy has been there. We've seen him struggle. We've seen him do whatever.
Okay, just to take you back a bit. I had a similar conversation with Kachinga. We spoke about why hip hop, English hip hop, to be specific, is not that big in the country, and it hasn't been big for a long time.
Oh yeah.
We had the similar conversation.
Oh wow.
And you just said a few things. You said because most of them sound fake. It
not
doesn't
really
sound
fake.
real.
No, not really fake. I think it's a kind of thing where if that's the way you talk, bro, keep it up.
Right.
Just go ahead and do that music. The problem that we have, most of us rappers, is that we think the entire 19 million or 18 million population of Zambia is our market. It's not. And for me, I've understood that. I've understood to say, you know what, there is pop music. The people that might like your maps because he's played everywhere, they might not all like what I do. This is the reason why I have encountered people that come and say, you're rapping hard, bro. Some choruses, sing some chorus like the way your maps is doing. It's like, no, you want to listen to your maps, go and listen to his music. You want to listen to me, come and listen to me on my terms. So bro, we have to be so confident. If you've got 500 fans, how can you monetize that fan base of 500 people? That's what I've done. I don't complain about filling up a stadium. No, I just look at the launch that you came to.
Yeah.
There were less than 600 people there, but it was flooded. It was packed. With who? People that know what I do,
right.
People that support what I do, and I left that place with more than 40,000 kwacha.
Nice.
Why?
Nice.
Because those few people that support me, they know the value that I carry. I performed, all music was live. So when CDs were being sold, who is this? Young Feroz bought my CD at 10,000 kwacha.
Wow.
Yes, I'm aware.
Wow.
I saw
So
that.
why would somebody spend that much money if they do not know the value that I put on my artistry? Us rappers that rap in English or that are coming up with a new school, we need to learn to monetize the smaller audiences that we have. If you have, I have now 73,000 followers, I just reduce it to like 7,000. Can 7,000 people believe in what I do and then buy in what I am doing? And it has been working for me, bro, honestly. I'll just produce a CD and people will buy, and I'll just do some other maybe merch. And I will not make merch, bro, for 1,000 people. I know I don't have that much people. So I'll make merch maybe for 20 people. And then that merch is going to be maybe one is going to be 500. The shades I put on, they know that I'm a shades guy.
Yeah.
So these shades are 650, one pair. So if only 10 people can buy those shades from me, they've given me 6,500. That's me not complaining about how big your maps is and how small I am. I don't care. You can be as big as you want to be. I am an emperor where I am. I'm ruling here.
That's some game right there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Are you listening to what this man
Dude,
is saying?
I'm just here like, wow. You know, I want to listen to more. And I think that maybe even, sorry to bring Raf Kid again in this conversation, but if he understood it the way you are articulating it, I think he wouldn't even have issues of Mazambia as the moon supporter. You put out merch, maybe say 50, and then you want more than that. It's not adding up, you know. So I think
you have to study your market, and you have to study your audience.
You need to know your fan base as well.
Yeah.
Because if you're not big here, are you gonna be big in Malawi?
Thank you.
Forget. You complain.
It's critically very
now
difficult.
you're going to complain about the entire Africa, like Africans don't support. No, you don't know your audience.
Thank you. I like what you said there. Monetize your fan base.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. It doesn't matter how small, but then those people are the ones that love you, and then you're supposed to please them. You know
That's
what I
true,
mean?
bro.
It's like,
That's true.
you know, I've heard of artists organizing a show, and then they expect to have, let's say, 1,000 people, and then on the day only 50 people show up. And they fail to perform there. Say, no, I can't perform because there's less people.
Oh
I can't
my
perform
God.
for 50 people. I feel like that doesn't make sense.
And then
It
again,
does. It doesn't make
then
sense,
you're not
bro.
true to your artistry. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you doing your music? Why are you doing it? Perform even if it's for one person.
Do you know where that stems from? In a generation where we are living, where everybody keeps saying it's all about numbers,
Right.
we tend to forget that behind those numbers are real human beings. This is the reason why I don't buy followers, because I want to earn them. Because for me, my
You
understanding
want
is
organic, organic
no.
numbers.
I can sponsor a page, because sponsoring a page is different from buying.
Yeah.
So you need to understand that Facebook, how they work, from the 100,000 followers you have, your organic reach is only 6% of your following. Did you know that?
I knew that.
Right.
So only 6% of your 100,000 are going to see your post without paying for, because they are in business equally. So they are trying to tell you to say, if you want 94% to see your post, pay us. So what you pay for is to extend the audience, not that you are buying the followers.
Yeah. Let us educate the listeners and the viewers on this part, because
Yeah, true.
they really get a lot of things misconstrued. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can have 500,000 followers.
Followers, yes.
And I can have, let's say, 100,000. But it's possible that I have a bigger reach than you
Exactly.
with 500,000 followers.
Exactly. Too much.
That's
Very
very
possible.
possible.
Very, very possible. My page is actually bigger when it comes to audience and reach than most Zambian artists who've got 500,000 reach.
Yes.
I mean, followers.
But a lot of people just
Do
look
not
at the
know
number. They just look at the number and say, 500,000. Yes, even some corporate entities actually just look at the number to say 600,000. I think we can use him to promote this.
And they wonder that their promotion is getting only 1,000.
Yes.
So for me, my understanding has been that every time I see a number of 73,000 on my page, those are not robots. Those are human beings. Behind that like, behind all those, there is a person. When you understand that, then you can come and say, okay, fine. If I organize an event and then 50 people come, they are coming from those people that like your page.
Yes.
And if you tell, bro, I have preached to 3 people, my wife, myself, and another member. So if I have got 5 members, or I've got 5 people attending my show, you can imagine how encouraged I'm going to perform for them. Because I don't, every fan on my page, I appreciate them, not really because I want the support. No, I honor them because they support, they are following what I do. And that understanding alone can deliver you from quite a lot of misunderstanding.
Yeah.
If you're an artist, you're saying you want to go to another country because you have more support there. When you get to that country, it's a different ballgame.
Right.
You have to subscribe to the people that they respect in that country, because every country has got a territorial commander or a king in that place.
Exactly.
So if I went to let's say Kenya, Calligraph Jones, if he's respected there, I must find a way of working with that guy. People are not just going to say there's the Kopala pastor from Zambia, so we must shift to this guy. No. You start from scratch. But my encouragement to every hip-hop head in this country is that let's understand that our music is different. Our music is divine. You guys speak deep things in your lyrics that in 1,000 years, no singer will ever say them. Because that's how deep our artistry is.
Yeah.
So you don't expect that to just go so easily on people. For me, it's 500 people that you have following you. What have you been able to do with those 500? So if my brother Rafkid is complaining that he doesn't have much support from here, what has he done with if he's got, let's say, 20,000 followers? What has he done for those 20,000 followers from Zambia? Because we shouldn't make 20,000 people suffer because 18 million people are not supporting you.
Exactly. And that's very disappointing.
I must not suffer because I support you, and then you don't just feel like my support is enough. Then you say, no, Kopala Pastor, I don't like your support because you people. No. I love what you're doing. I must be respected for loving what you do. So you can't put me because there's a majority that feel like they don't support what you do. Then me, because I'm the minority, I should feel like I'm not respected for supporting you. I personally love what Masauso does. I might not be on a pedestal to tell him, hey, I love what you do. But dude, this guy, I have known him for years. I support what he does.
Yep.
And I respect his hustle more than his music. Because there are rappers I know that can rap better than Rafkid. But he has made more money than them.
Yeah.
That is the heart of a hustler, bro. And I have respect for that guy. But it's amazing how he can't see that about himself in this territory.
Now I see why you are pastor.
This guy.
Look at us, very, attentive, like, oh my.
Very, no, because now you're preaching to me and I'm just listening. I'm like, wow. It's like I'm in a service right now.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, bro.
It's been great, man. It's been great, man. There's a lot of game that you've just kicked here.
Yeah.
And if you're a rapper and you've been listening, obviously you've picked up 1 or 2 things that you can use. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's very important for these things to be out there in the public. People need to know certain things like this. A lot of people are not aware of these things. They just complain and don't know why certain things don't go their way. Because they complain about things that don't even matter. You know what I mean?
That's true.
In a world of numbers now, the kids now, all they think about is just numbers. So they even they end up not looking at the bigger picture of those 100 people that love them, and they should be focusing on those people, because those 100 people are gonna bring about more people, because then those people are gonna be preaching about them. There's this guy. Then with time, the numbers, organic numbers, will be growing. Because look at it this way: there's certain artists right now that don't have actual fans.
That's true.
People are just following them because of a trend. Maybe they've got a nice dance. There's a nice song on TikTok.
Yeah.
They don't have fans. The
Wow,
people,
that's deep, man.
The people that are following them just like a certain dance they did.
That's true.
So after that, they have to look for another dance and another dance,
Mm.
and then trends. From the word trend, you can't be doing trends all the time.
No, you can't.
Because
You know what I mean? At some point, after 2 or 3, yeah, there's an expiry date.
Yeah.
That's true.
So this is going out to a lot of artists anyway. You know, we should focus more on the art
That's true.
than the trends
Right.
and the numbers, because those things don't really last.
Yeah, of course. Do you remember when you were growing up, and then mom sends you to go and buy tomatoes for 5 kwacha, or even 3 kwacha, then you lose 3 kwacha? Do you remember how it used to feel like your world has crumbled? I'm a dead man.
Yeah.
But look at you today. If you lost 3 kwacha for mom, you could give them even 100 times more.
Of course.
You know why that is possible? It's because your capacity increased. Your age increased.
Yeah.
So there are times I used to struggle to have 500 views on a video. And now, when I post a video, I get 500 views in like 3 minutes.
Wow.
It's not magic. It comes with time.
Yeah.
And that's why I said I'm only going to drop an album when I have 300,000 followers on my Facebook. Because I have seen what 73,000 has done for my career. So it's a process. You shouldn't just jump in, say,
Yeah, step by step.
yeah, step by step, man.
All right. We gotta go. Wish we could talk more,
Yeah.
but time is not with us, so we gotta sign out. I had a great time, bro. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, man.
We had a very informative conversation, and I love how you love hip hop.
Thank you, man. I do. I really do.
You love hip hop like me and V2.
Exactly. This has been a very good interview. I enjoyed this.
I enjoyed it too. So, good luck in whatever you're doing next.
Thank you, bro.
We're here to support.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. So, signing out from Lusaka Studios. This has been Camstar. Join us for another episode of The Buzz next week between 12 and 14 with my host Ndola V2.
Yeah.
Have a lovely Saturday.